I have prefixed the video of me walking the yard with this updated diagram of the fence layout. I'm holding this in my hand as I walk through the yard, but you can't really see what I'm referencing, so I've added it here to the front of the video. When I start walking, I'm walking from the corner here at the house, first panel being 7'10" to this column. It goes to the center of that column, and then 2 posts. Got a standard span here of 24 feet 2 inches, which consists of 3 7-foot 10-inch panels and 2 posts. Now, when I reference only 2 posts as I walk through the yard, or sometimes I'll reference 3 posts, I'm not including the posts that I believe are also going to be up against or embedded in the columns. So I'm just talking about the posts that are in between the columns. So as I walk through the fence layout out in the yard, I'm walking from the house through this area here up to the gate, onto the corner along Peytonville, and then into this corner here that has 3 posts in between the columns, and then this corner here, and then back this way where we're centering this column with this gate across from it. So we end up with 3 posts on each side, but of varying lengths. On one side it's 6'10.5", the other it's 5'11.5", but that's in order to get this column centered with this gate over here. And then we come back to the house with almost standard size panels, a little less, 7'7", 7'7", and 7'8", with 2 posts. This other gate, no attempt to center any columns across from this gate. And then we end up with standard size panels of 7 foot 10 inches and then 2 posts leading up to the house. So as we attach to the house, this first column here, a foot of it will be out from the house, and then a foot of it will be back from the house. So the corner of the house is in the middle of this column. All right, let's get to the video of me walking through the yard, explaining the layout of this diagram. Okay, today's, I think, June 5th, 2023. Vanessa came out here on Saturday, 2 days ago, and we went through this revised drawing here, and I've relayed out here in the yard exactly what's on this diagram here. So I'm going to start over here, and 7 foot 10 inches, because she said the panel's not 8 foot, it's 7 foot 10, so we went 7 foot 10 from there to the middle of this first column. Columns 2 by 2, and then you can see here in the diagram that we're going to have 2 posts here and here with 7 foot 10 panels in between. Then we come over here to the gate. We have a 2 by 2, and then that's the inside. She wanted the gate span to be 6 foot 8 instead of 6 foot, because she's going to put a post on the inside, and it's actually, the whole gate will be not even attached to the columns. She'll do it with posts and things like that. Here's the 2 by 2 column on the other side of the gate. Then 2 4-inch posts and 3 7 foot by 10-inch panels. And then that brings us all the way out here, and we're a total of 63 inches from here to the far side of that first column. Then from here out is 111 feet, and we're doing 2 posts and 3 7 foot by 10-inch panels. There's the 2 posts. Here's the column, 2 foot by 2 foot column here, and then 3 panels of 7 foot 10, and 2 posts, 4-inch posts, and then we do another column here, and 7 foot 10 post, 7 foot 10 post, another 7 foot 10-inch panel, and then column here. Now the distance off of Paytonville is 15 feet 10 inches, and it used to be 16 feet, but now we're 1510. So here we are coming in this space. This space here is a little wider, but not enough room to put another column. So what we did is we're doing 4 panels in here of 6 foot 10.5 inches. So 1 post, 2 post, 3 post, and then this actually may not even be 6 foot 10.5 inches. It just all depends how this exactly works out when they come in and lay or actually put in the posts. She's going to put the posts in first. Then once all the posts are set, then they'll come in and put in the 12 columns. This here is just a marker of 100 feet. My tape measure only goes 100 feet. So 100 feet, and from here to the back side of this column here is 11 feet. So here's the, here we are in this corner here. And then we wanted the next column to be in the middle of this gate over here. So we ended up doing a span of 28 feet 6 inches here between these 2 columns. So when we divided out, we ended up with, just by coincidence, the same span of 6 foot 10.5 inches. So there's the post, post, post. So doing 3 posts, just like we're doing to end up over in that along Peytonville. Then here's the column, 2 foot by 2 foot, and if you look straight across, it does align with the middle of the gate over there. And then we end up over here with what we have left to make it to the corner, and so we're doing 3 posts again, so we'll have symmetry in terms of number of posts, but instead of being 6 foot 10.5 over there, it's over here, it's 5'11.5 to the post, post, post. And then here we are in this corner here. Vanessa mentioned that there's a slight change in the grade coming down to this column here in the corner, and that it would be better if some dirt is moved to level things out a bit. Anyway, so there's the column, and then I'm going to go over here to the house and work back to that corner. And what we got here is we're coming off a house just a little bit, so that we end up with the first column there will be actually a foot of it will be on this side of the corner, and a foot of it will come out here. So this is the standard 7 foot 10 panel. This edging will be removed, and there'll be a post there, 7 foot 10 panel, then post, and then into the first column, which is also the side of this gate over here. And then I've got a 6 foot 8 opening in this gate, and that brings us to the next column. And then as we head over to here, we wanted to use standard width panels over there, but now we've got a little less than standard. Instead of 7 foot 10, it works out you end up with fractional inches. So we're going to just do 7-7 to this first panel, 7-7 to the next, and then 7-8. Now, I think when they get in here and actually lay the posts, you know, probably won't be that exact. But this, you know, this corner here, we're kind of whatever, you know, likely this will be a little less. This will be a little less to just, you know, marry up with that column. And then in that corner too, as we approach it to the corner off of Peytonville, that last panel there may be a little shorter than the 6 foot 10.5. So one last thing is we decided not to center the column straight across there along Peytonville with the gate. There was really no attempt to try to do anything in terms of lining it up, but it just so happened that this column here visually looks like it's pretty much aligned with that column straight away. Whether it is or not, it wasn't intended to be that way. It was just going to be we had tried to center it, we would have had to move it over. It would have caused those panels over there to be non-standard. In fact, it would have caused us to put in a third post. And we said, no, we're not doing that. We're keeping it standard, two posts, 3 panels as long as we can, and only go to 3 posts and 4 panels with shorter length panels where we have to. So we're doing that in the corner, doing it again here. So we ended up with 3 posts there, 3 posts there, 3 posts there, and 2 posts everywhere else. Now that we've seen the walkthrough, this diagram hopefully makes perfect sense. Just want to point out a couple things. It's 6 foot 10.5 inches here right in the middle. It's obviously referencing the size of these panels, but I don't know why it's there in the middle of the diagram. I added 2 circles when I sent this back to Vanessa, just to indicate that because this first panel coming off the house is now 7 foot 10 inches instead of 8 foot, that maybe will cause this last panel over here maybe end up being a little different length than with them the 6 feet 10.5 inches. And then this rectangle here, I was just pointing out that we aren't going to necessarily make these 3 panels exactly the same because of fractional inches. So 7 foot 7 inches, 7 foot 7 inches, and 7 foot maybe 8 inches. But we'll see how it falls out when we actually put the posts in and everything. All right, well, that's it.